Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aniya Janay. Thanks for joining me here. If you're not new here, what's up, bitch? What it do? What's up? Got your nigga in the club, goddamn. Thanks for coming back and watching another video. So as you can tell by the title, I am going to be talking about some birth control. And I'm not talking about the pull-out method. I'm talking about actual birth control. The one that goes in your arm, to be specific, and it rhymes with Nexplanon. You know what I'm talking about, right? Nexplanon? That's the one. That's the one. Let me tell y'all, that fucked me up. If you want to hear my experience about being on that birth control, why I got off of it, because as you see that baby? I wasn't on it, okay? I got that shit taken out. If you want to see why I got that birth control taken out, then you go ahead and you keep on watching. Okay, so I got on that birth control, the one that goes in your arm, called Nexplanon, and I got that at the end of 2017. So, sorry, it's a little TMI, but I used to always have the worst periods, and I mean, like the cramping, the back aches, the throwing up, heavy, super heavy. Like I can, change a pad or a tampon, and then about an hour and a half later, I would have to change it again. That's how heavy my flow was. And, I just wanted to try birth control just because I wanted to see if it would work and help out with, all the things that I went through and experienced when I would be on my menstrual. That wasn't my first time on birth control. I had the pill for a second, really didn't like it. Made me fat, made me bloated. I just wasn't myself, so I got off of that. However, my sister has been on Nexplanon since, oh my goodness, my nephew just turned 7. So for 7 years now. She had been on it for a while. And she was like, you should just get that. And, my period's lighter. And, she was just telling me all the things. And she didn't have any side effects. So I'm like, cool. Okay, this might be the one for me. Also, my cousin was on this birth control. And she didn't get a period for years. And I'm like, oh, she's lucky. Hopefully, I can get on it and it can be the same exact thing, So I'm like, okay, cool. I made the appointment. I went to Planned Parenthood. Didn't have to pay for anything. Cool. Did the little procedure where they stuck it in your arm. I have a little mark right there, like a little scar. So it does go on your arm. They numb you up, do the thing, pew, and then that's it. You're kind of sore for like a day or two, and that's it. So I'm like, cool, I'm in my bag. This is cool. I'm not gonna get a period probably, or no more cramps, or it's gonna be, a lighter flow, just something I'm really gonna love and I'm gonna shine. No. My body reacted horribly to this freaking birth control. So I got it put in. My arm was sore for a couple of days, and then maybe like 2 days later, I started to bleed. And I'm like, okay, I just had my cycle, so why am I bleeding? Thinking, oh, it's just spotting, whatever. No, y'all. I bled for a whole month. That's the time span that I had that shit in my arm because I couldn't take it. My body could not take it. I bled from the 2 days after I got it put in to 2 days after I got it taken out. And it'll be like light and then brown and then pink and then heavy, like really heavy, and then it would like just start all over again continuously for like 31 days. Like it was the worst thing possible. And mind you, I still had all of the old symptoms that I would have, but it just went on for a whole month straight. So I had the cramps, I had the backaches, I had the nausea, I was throwing up. It was legit the worst experience ever. Like just one long ass period for a whole month, just reliving all the things that I didn't want, That's the whole reason why I got on the birth control. It just heightened everything times 1,000. So I'm like, you know what? It's not working out. But I was like, okay, maybe it's just gonna take a while to adjust or something. I just have to get used to it. No, y'all. No. Within that month, so much shit happened to my body that I couldn't cope. I also realized that my eyesight was, I don't even know if this is from the birth control because I didn't even look into it, but I just thought it was affiliated with the birth control. And my eyesight was like going blurry. sometimes. And also my eyes were so sensitive to light. If the sunlight came through my window in the morning, I would have the worst headaches, the worst migraines. I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't think. I would just have the worst migraines ever, and they would last forever. If I tried to take some Tylenol or something, it would barely do anything. It would make me uncomfortable, but not like painful, wincing, and having to be in the dark. My curtains had to stay drawn at all times because that's how sensitive my eyes were to the light. And I had blackout curtains. My room was hella dark. So it was like, cool, but who wants to be sitting in the dark all day? Just because you can't be in the light, because you would have eye pain and migraines and headaches, and all that shit was not worth it. So I'm like, damn, I'm going through all this just to try to get a better, lighter period, and that's not even happening. So like, I really didn't want to be on it at that point. I also experienced weight gain. So within that month that I had that implant in my arm, I probably gained like 15 pounds. 15 pounds. You want to know why? Because I had period symptoms and I was craving stuff, and it was the worst thing ever. So I was eating, just eating everything that I like possibly could, because I was craving all this type of shit. So I'm eating pickles and ice cream and eating out a lot. So I had gained like 15 pounds in 1 month. And then that took forever for me to even lose. I don't even think I ever lost that weight, to be honest. She's watching Dora, so if y'all hear Dora in the background, don't hear it, just ignore the Dora in the background. Alright, besides all of the weight gain and the bleeding and, everything else that my body was going through, that took a toll on my body. I'm not gonna lie. But what really topped it off was the fact that I was so severely depressed. Depressed as fuck. I was going through a rough time anyway. Besides the birth control, I was already having like a rough time, stuff going on with life, and it was just, a mess. But that made it so much worse, to the point to where I just like would be so upset. I'll be so sad, and I just felt like it was just too many hormones in that birth control. And then mind you, I gained a whole bunch of weight. I'm on my period. Who's happy on their period? Nobody. Unless you don't want a baby, then you're like, oh, my period, hey. But that wasn't even the reason why I wanted the birth control. So with all that going on, I was like, okay, you know what? It's time for me to get this shit taken out, because once when that affects my mental health, then I'm really like, oh no, this ain't it, this ain't for me. All that just to try to, not have cramps and back pain and all that shit, it wasn't even worth it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make an appointment and I'm gonna get this shit taken the fuck out. They took it out, and yeah, after that, I kind of went back to normal. 2 days after I got that shit taken out, then my bleeding stopped. I was like, cool. I feel like that helped my mental health a lot. I'm happy that I did, because I read some stories where the woman would get the implant and it would travel. It would be lost in her muscle. It will be like in her chest or something, and she has to get this big surgery to get it removed. And then also I heard stories where women still get pregnant and then they have ectopic pregnancies, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's really scary that you're trying not to get pregnant, or you're trying to help your sis. That birth control is not worth risking your life. So I would never get birth control ever again, to be honest. It's just not made for my body. It's not made for me. It's not good for me. But, I'm not knocking people who do get birth control, because, some people really do have horrible periods, or they have those ovarian cysts, or, stuff like that where you need birth control and that helps you regulate it. That was my main purpose for getting on birth control, was to regulate it. But it honestly wasn't worth going through what I went through, Like, I would never do that shit again. So if you are on Nexplanon, I'm gonna say the name, fuck it, I ain't bashing nobody. Okay, if you're on Nexplanon, or you're thinking about getting the birth control Nexplanon that goes in your arm, do your research, okay? Like, how has your body responded to other types of birth controls? Like, you have to just think about that kind of stuff, because pretty sure if you tried other ones and they didn't work for you, and you try that one, it's not gonna work for you either. So if anything, try to stick to a pill, because the pill, you can stop taking that whenever you want, okay? But to have that inside your arm, inside your body, that is really serious. And you can't just get it taken out you know, like the next day. It might take a while for you to get it taken out, or something could happen where it can really jeopardize your health. That is it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you were on Nexplanon and you went through some stuff or any other kind of birth control and you have some horror stories, comment down below. I want to know, you know, what's up with it all. But thanks for watching, guys. Also, if you like my makeup, I did not film this, but if y'all want me to film it, you know, let me know. I feel like it's cute. I feel like I'm popping, you know. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Not your bitch, okay? But if you guys want me to film this, I'll do it. I'm gonna link down below my wig because I feel like it looks better today. So I have a referral code down below. So if you would like to get 20% off of your purchase from Love Me Hair, you go ahead and you do that. Use my code. It's gonna be down there, all right? It's gonna be linked down below. If you like what you've seen, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Tell your mamas, tell your cousins, tell your brothers, tell your sisters. Tell everyone to come subscribe to me, watch my videos, join my little dysfunctional ass family. All right, y'all? And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.